The breaking news, Sharad Pawar announcing that he is stepping down as the president of the NCP, but he is not retiring from politics. Let's go across to Sanket now for more. And Sanket, what we're getting to here, NCP cadre shocked with this announcement, but it seems this was the most pragmatic step for Sharad Pawar to take, given the kind of rumors that were taking place. Well, we're now joined by Nana Patole, Maharashtra Congress chief. Sir, your reaction to this news?
देखो, शरद पवार जी ने क्यों स्टेप डाउन किया हमें पता नहीं है, उनके पार्टी का अंतर्गत मामला है, लेकिन एनसीपी का निर्माण उन्होंने किया और वो पार्टी को आगे बढ़ाने की हमेशा कोशिश करते रहे और एक अनुभवी नेता रहे हैं वो। लेकिन ये निर्णय क्यों लिया गया, क्योंकि मीडिया के माध्यम से जो भी अजीत दादा पवार और ये मामले जब सुनते थे तो ये सब मामलों को नजर रखकर ये इस तरह का स्टेप उठाया गया है क्या, ये भी बात हो सकती है, लेकिन अभी इस बारे में कुछ कहना अच्छी बात नहीं है। यही हम कहेंगे।
सर, जो स्पेकुलेशन है कि शरद पवार शायद अजीत पवार को रोक नहीं पा रहे थे और रूमर्स थे कि वो शायद बीजेपी के साथ बहुत करीब हो चुके थे एंड उनको और शरद पवार खुद कभी बीजेपी के साथ टाई अप नहीं किया, तो उन्होंने अब स्टेप डाउन कर लिया है। नाउ अजीत पवार इज इन कंट्रोल ऑफ द पार्टी। आपको अब क्या डर है कि एमवीए में स्प्लिट हो जाएगा?
नहीं, हमें एमवीए का जो मामला है वो अलग बात है, वो उनके पार्टी का मामला है। अब वो पार्टी में उनके अंतर्गत जो मामला है उसमें हम ज्यादा वक्तव्य करना अच्छी बात नहीं है। एमवीए में कोई फर्क पड़ेगा ऐसा मुझे नहीं लगता।
जी, आप कह रहे हैं आपको नहीं लगता, बट अब जो नेक्स्ट प्रेसिडेंट बनेंगे और लग रहा है अजीत पवार ही बनेंगे, दो इट्स बिन अनाउंस, कोई कमेटी अपॉइंट होगी फिर वो डिसाइड करेंगे, लेकिन अजीत पवार को बीजेपी से उतना कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है जैसे हम शरद पवार जी का देख रहे थे।
हम अभी इस बारे में मैं आज के समय में ज्यादा वक्तव्य करना अच्छी बात नहीं है, लेकिन एमवीए को कोई प्रॉब्लम होगा नहीं ऐसा हमें लगता है।
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, Nana Patole. Their first reaction coming in, saying this is a matter of the NCPs, that it's a surprising, announcement, Sharad Pawar stepping down, but at the same time putting up a brave front, saying he does not see any problems in the MVA going forward. That is the alliance of Shiv Sena, NCP and Congress in Maharashtra. Sanket also with us. So Sanket, various speculation about what led to this move. NCP cadre itself very shocked at this announcement, but one of the views is that perhaps Sharad Pawar wasn't being able to prevent this rift that was being speculated regarding Ajit Pawar and the possibility of him going closer to the BJP, and this was the most prudent step then.
So then one really wonders, Gargi, whether this step is going to impact or exact any sort of change. Will his resignation now clear the way for a further realignment towards the BJP or facilitate the process of this alignment towards the BJP? You never know. See, again, in politics, too many possibilities, but this is definitely a surprise move, which is not just surprise politicians in Maharashtra, but at the national level as well. First of all, let's quickly listen into what Ajit Pawar has to say. So you can see that there is some movement on screen where Ajit Pawar is also there at this function. Okay, we are trying to recue the tape where Ajit Pawar said a few lines in Marathi, and then after that he moved away. In fact, these are extremely dramatic pictures that you can see of that program where Sharad Pawar was, where he made that announcement, and a lot of NCP leaders can be seen crying. So obviously this is a huge surprise for the NCP cadre. The next political question is going to be, one very important question is going to be whether this is strategized, part of a well thought out strategy, or is this a sort of a contingency plan, a sort of an emergency plan which has been deployed by Sharad Pawar? If this is an emergency plan to perhaps try to convince the various factions within the party, then in that case, will there be a situation where the party is going to unite and rally behind Sharad Pawar, the will of Sharad Pawar, and then maybe he reverses his decision? Too many possibilities, as we say right now, but this resignation means a lot.
All right, so you were speculating that it could also be a means of appeasing Ajit Pawar, and given all the rumors and speculation that he could possibly split the party and go with the BJP with this announcement. Now Ajit Pawar gets control, and it comes just a day after that big rally, MVA rally that took place yesterday in Mumbai, that was meant to, be a lead up to the BMC election. So, all this happening very fast. Yesterday that rally, and today this announcement by Sharad Pawar.
कौल आलेला आहे आता ते लक्षामध्ये घेऊन पुढच्या गोष्टी त्यांनी ठरवाव्यात आणि ते जे ठरवतील ते साहेबांना मान्य आहे असं साहेबांचं म्हणणं आहे. तर ऐका माझी विनंती आहे की कमिटी म्हणजे काही कुठली बाहेरचे लोक नाहीयेत, आपली परिवारच आहे. आपला राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेस पार्टी परिवारातले सन्माननीय सदस्य सगळे बसतील. आम्ही पण काही दुसरे बाहेरचे नाहीयेत. तिथं मी असेल, सुप्रिया असेल, बाकीचे सगळे असू, त्या संदर्भात कमिटीत चर्चा करत असताना आता तुम्ही तुमच्या इतक्या भावना, जे काही भावनिक साथ साहेब भावनिक साथ साहेबांना जी घातलेली आहे ती आमच्या सगळ्यांच्या लक्षात आलेली आहे. साहेब, तुम्ही काही अडचण थोडीशी लक्षात घ्या. त्या कमिटी तुमच्या मनातला योग्य तो निर्णय घेईल एवढीच खात्री मी तुम्हाला ह्या निमित्तानं देतो. धन्यवाद.
All right, we'll just try and get the translation of what Ajit Pawar said at that function. This was a book release. It was a book on Sharad Pawar, and that surprise announcement that he made that he is stepping down as the president of the NCP, a party that he founded after he was expelled from the Congress Party. And, announcement that has shocked the cadre of the NCP, though he did say, I'm not retiring from politics, and Sanket, so that is something, Sharad Pawar did say that he's not retiring from politics. That gives hope that he'll continue to play perhaps a big role, and perhaps this announcement, there's a lot of speculation, a lot of perhaps, because at this point we don't really know. But there you can see live shots coming of Sharad Pawar. Let's go across to Sohit now, who joins us for more. And Sohit, the shock over Sharad Pawar's announcement. If you could tell us what Ajit Pawar said at that book launch.
Well, Ajit Pawar and all the other leaders went after Sharad Pawar announced that he will be stepping down from the president post of NCP. Now all the MLAs and the MPs as well as other leaders have been meeting Sharad Pawar and saying that, okay, you shouldn't do it. As you could see, huge crowd is still present on the stage where Sharad Pawar is sitting over there. In fact, Ajit Pawar said that Sharad Pawar will abide by the decision of the NCP committee on his resignation. However, still no one is stepping out, and the workers are saying that until and unless Sharad Pawar does not reverse his decision, no one is going to go anywhere. We saw Pratibha Pawar, who is wife of Sharad Pawar, sitting next to Sharad Pawar. Even she was very emotional. She was crying. A lot of other MLAs, MPs as well as the workers were seen who were emotional and crying. A huge announcement that has been made by Sharad Pawar while he was launching his autobiography. Now, this is the new book which has been launched today, and that is where everyone was present. Since morning, what we have been doing over here as reporters is sending what happened after 2019, what Sharad Pawar said about the MVA, what he said about Uddhav Thackeray, about Ajit Pawar's 3-day government with Devendra Fadnavis. But all of a sudden, while speaking, Sharad Pawar announced that he has decided to step down from the post of NCP president, and after which the entire tone inside the auditorium has changed. huge crowd present over there. No one is ready to leave. Everyone is speaking to Sharad Pawar and trying to explain him that no, you shouldn't go anywhere. You should continue as the president of NCP. This party was formed by you. Our NCP committee will take the decision on what you have said, and that is what even Sharad Pawar accepted, that okay, let the committee decide. I'll speak to the committee as well. But despite that, no one is leaving from there. All the MLAs, all the MPs, all the workers who are present inside the auditorium, almost all of them are there. In fact, there are two more people who are present. One is Supriya Sule, who is sitting over there, and now even Ajit Pawar has been offered a seat. And these are the two people who are said to be the main contenders. Ajit Pawar is strong on ground. He has the support of a lot of MLAs and workers in the NCP, whereas Supriya Sule is the daughter of Sharad Pawar. So has Sharad Pawar even decided that on who will be the next president of the party? This is also a big question, because even if today, say, the committee asks him not to step down or continue as the president of NCP, one day he'll have to announce that who will be leading NCP after him, and that is a big question that is now arising. Another thing, if you look at the timing of this, we recently saw how there were rumors, there were several people who were questioning that whether Ajit Pawar will be going and forming the government with the BJP. Similar thing happened in 2019. A lot of doubts were being raised, and in all of this, what we can say is that Sharad Pawar has now announced that he will step down from the president's post. But now the question is, who will be the next president? Because it seems like Sharad Pawar has even decided on that, and he would have made a decision. What will he be doing? Will he be still continuing even as the committee decides or as everyone is appealing? But there needs to be a name that will be coming out in future. There will be someone in Sharad Pawar's mind. Will there be several other changes among the party as well? A lot of questions, that too ahead of the upcoming 2024 Lok Sabha elections, State Assembly elections. We saw how in 2019, because of Sharad Pawar, the MVA was formed, how he did continue his Sabha while it was raining, how when there were notices given by the ED, he said, okay, I'll be going over there, you don't need to come, and how a lot of things changed after that. But ahead of the 2024 elections, a huge announcement made by NCP chief Sharad Pawar, and the big question is, what happens next? Who will lead the party? Will it be Ajit Pawar, who has a lot of support among the MLAs as well as the workers, or will it be Supriya Sule, the daughter of Sharad Pawar, or will there be again another googly by Sharad Pawar, and has he already decided on who will continue as the president of NCP?
Right, Sohit. So it's all that action is happening behind you. If you can just show, Sohit, full frame. It seems that all the MLAs there are on the stage, and they're just surrounding Sharad Pawar. They can't believe what he just said, and it's a lot of emotions, as you're saying. There's been sloganeering, and nobody wants to move out from here. This scene taking place right now, everyone's so shocked, and nobody wants to move away.
Absolutely, Gargi. In fact, that is the announcement that was made in front of Sharad Pawar, in a way saying him or warning him
an
that
announcement
if you don't
perhaps
reverse your
made earlier
decision, no
by
will be going over
Patel.
there.
Let's just listen to that and we'll come back to you.
म्हणून माझी विनंती आहे की साहेबांनी थोडंफार आमच्या सगळ्यांच्या भावनाचा आदर करून थोडंफार इथे त्यांच्या जे विचार त्यांनी केला आहे, जे त्यांनी सूचना केली आहे, त्यामध्ये बदल करून आपल्या सगळ्यांना थोडाफार समाधान करून द्यावा आत्ताच ही मी तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना विनंती करतो. आता मला असं वाटतं
Sharad Pawar to respect all our feelings as well as our demands and take a decision accordingly. This is what Praful Patel is saying now. However, the final decision will be made by Sharad Pawar, and very important to see that what does he decide.
विचार श्रेणीला आपण काही तुलना करू शकत नाही. जे काही ते बोलले ते योग्य बोलले असं आम्हाला कोणालाही वाटत नाही. पण माझी साहेबांना विनंती आहे की किमान त्यांनी या निर्णयाचा फेरविचार करावा अशी मी त्यांना आपल्या सगळ्यांच्या वतीनं महाराष्ट्र आणि देशाच्या जनतेच्या वतीनं मी हात जोडून त्यांना विनंती करतो.
Praful Patel is once again saying that he should once again thank Sharad Pawar. No one doubts what Sharad Pawar says or does, but he should once again think on the decision that he has taken and reverse the decision. That is the demand that has been made by Praful Patel.
So Sohit, with emotions really running high over there. A lot of speculation, you know, once, like all the, political analysts, some feel that Sharad Pawar perhaps had no choice. Ajit Pawar was going to take the MLAs, split the party and join hands with the BJP, and therefore he has decided to step down and let Ajit Pawar take control and then do what he will. Sharad Pawar himself is never allied with the BJP. Another, thought is that is he trying to, call his bluff and show that the party remains very much with me, or is this a compromise that Ajit Pawar can become the president and therefore not split the party and not, go and ally with the BJP? So a lot of different theories right now, Sohit.
Well, one thing about Sharad Pawar is that he has already decided, or he would have made a decision with all the calculations done before even announcing it. So he already has an answer for that, number one. Number two, while Ajit Pawar is the most popular person in NCP, he does not have the support of all the MLAs, and it doesn't seem like that is the reason why Sharad Pawar would have decided to step down. Number three, there has been this question going on within the NCP for a quite long time on who will lead the party after Sharad Pawar, and we all know that there has been two contenders right in front. One is Ajit Pawar and another one is Supriya Sule. So Sharad Pawar would have already made a decision. He might have also understood that once he announces, these questions will be asked, and even now, while we speak, we have been hearing the leaders saying and requesting Sharad Pawar to reverse this decision. But while there are a lot of theories going on, it is true what Sharad Pawar has been saying, that he will continue with the MBA, the party will be with MBA. In fact, in one of the interviews, what he said, that anyone who wants to leave the party can leave, but NCP as a party will be intact and they will be with the MBA. So whatever decision he would have to take next on who will be the next president or how will the party go forward, all of this he would have already made a calculation based on the current mood in the state. In fact, yesterday there was the Vajramoot Sabha in Mumbai itself, where we saw all the three parties of the MBA united speaking. And now you could also see this is Jayant Patil, who is the Maharashtra president, who is very emotional at the moment. We can see him crying. And he is not the only one. Rajesh Tope is trying to console him. At the moment, there are other leaders as well. They are asking Jayant Patil to speak, but we can see Jayant Patil is emotional, and he very emotional right now before speaking, sitting right next to Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar is the national president of NCP, whereas Jayant Patil is the state president of NCP, and even he is emotional and saying the same thing, that they can't believe that Sharad Pawar has decided that he won't continue as the president of the NCP. So even Jayant Patil, what will his future be? A lot of new questions, a lot of new contenders as well. And it is also possible that, as we have been talking, that there are two important contenders. Sharad Pawar might consider someone else to lead the party, or ensure that, since Supriya Sule is a MP, she could take care of the MPs who go to Delhi, and Ajit Pawar is an MLA. He could take care of the Maharashtra State Assembly. A lot of things that can happen, that can be decided by Sharad Pawar as well. But this all started, Gagi, as a book launch, this very book launch, but it does not seem like the discussion or whatever is in the book, which we have been discussing or sending since morning, is what will be discussed now. Things have changed after that one announcement that has been made by Sharad Pawar, where he has decided that he won't continue as the president of NCP. And after that, what we can say is, one by one, people have started to say they can't believe it. In fact, few of the leaders who were out, Shagan Bhujbal had went out for some work. He has also returned back, and he is rushing inside. So one by one, all the MLAs who did not attend or had to leave for some work are back once they heard that, okay, Sharad Pawar has announced that he won't continue. So yes, all of the MLAs, all of the leaders as well as the workers are back, trying, asking Sharad Pawar to reverse his decision. Jayant Patil is still speaking, he is crying. We also saw an emotional Pratibha Pawar, the wife of Sharad Pawar. So a lot of things happening, and based on today's decision of Sharad Pawar, we'll know what is the future of NCP. They are in opposition right now, and they are in power with they are in alliance with Congress and Shiv Sena UBT. In fact, Sharad Pawar is said to be the reason why NVA was formed. We have seen how he is known for his political understanding of the state as well as in the country. We know how he has been able to, in fact, bring NVA to power in Maharashtra, but now that he is saying that he wants to step down, what will happen next will be very important to see. What does he decide? At the moment, it might be possible, Gargi, that the workers as well as the committee would say, no, you need to continue. But the big question which everyone has been asking behind the camera off the record, that who will lead the party after Sharad Pawar? Now this is being openly asked, and this is the biggest question that all the leaders as well as all of us in the media or whoever covers the NCP beat is asking at the moment. But we see an emotional worker, emotional leaders, emotional MPs, MLAs at the moment crying, sitting. All of them have we can see them folding their hands and requesting Sharad Pawar to continue. But this question, this inevitable question on who will lead the party next arises. Earlier we saw Supriya Sule sitting near Sharad Pawar. Now we can see Ajit Pawar sitting near Sharad Pawar. So yes, the contenders are also at power play, at least on the stage, trying to control the other people who are present over there, the other leaders who are present over there, and show their leadership skill. But will this continue? What will happen next? And who will Sharad Pawar decide on to lead the party is the biggest question that is being asked at the moment.
All right. So, Sohit, one question is within the party, though we do know that Ajit Pawar does have a sizable number of MLAs who support him. He's the one who's been more hands-on, the one who's been in Maharashtra. Supriya Sule, who's now standing there to one side, has been the one who's been in Delhi and a member of parliament. But beyond the NCP, what this means is also at various levels. What does this now mean for the MVA? That, of course, depends on Ajit Pawar, who is speaking again. So let's just listen into what's being said.
Well, now Anil Deshmukh is the one who at the moment requested Sharad Pawar to
Sohit,
think once again on the decision.
At different levels that this affects the MVA, this also affects national politics in terms of the opposition parties coming together, because Sharad Pawar was a big driver of that.
Well, absolutely, and that is the big question, that what is the future of even Sharad Pawar in Maharashtra, be it Uddhav Thackeray or be it the Congress leaders. We saw Uddhav Thackeray meeting Sharad Pawar at his residence, then Sharad Pawar going to Delhi, meeting Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi along with Mallikarjun Kharge. Then now Congress leaders coming to Mumbai, meeting Uddhav Thackeray. So one by one, all the leaders meet each other, but Sharad Pawar is that constant person who has been meeting everyone. He has been speaking about the opposition unity ahead of the 2024 elections. In Maharashtra, he has been speaking that the NCP will be with the MVA, but if he is not the president anymore, will the new president have the same thought? Because in this book which we have with us right now, one of the pointers which we have also sent on the group is that Sharad Pawar has said that even in 2014, there are still leaders in NCP who have the opinion that the NCP should have gone with the BJP. So are these leaders or these MLAs, will those be the one who will be made the president, and will they change their decision? A lot of questions that can be asked. A lot of question of opposition unity will be asked now, because at least in Maharashtra he is the tallest leader, because of whom the BJP did not come into power in 2019. We saw a new experiment where the Mahavikas Aghadi was formed. A lot of things changed. Even yesterday at Vajramut, there were 3 photos on the poster. One was of Sonia Gandhi, another one was of Uddhav Thackeray, and the third one is of Sharad Pawar, because these were the ones who lead and bring the crowd together. Till now, the voters have been attracted to NCP as well as to the opposition, and one of the reasons for that is Sharad Pawar. But if he decides and if he continues with the decision that he has taken, that he won't continue further as the president of the party, what would happen next? And if he, as of now, say, we can also say, like, supposedly if he says, okay, if the committee made the decision that I will continue, so I'll respect the committee and I'll continue for some time. But inevitably you have to take a decision, and maybe that decision Sharad Pawar has already taken. That's something on his mind which he isn't sharing, as till now, until unless he spoke, no one knew whether he is going to resign or what will be the future. But as of now, he has said that he has decided to step down, which also means that he has already made several calculations and made up his mind on who will lead the party after Sharad Pawar. Will it continue within the family? Will it be his daughter? Will it
All
be
right,
his nephew?
so sorry
Or
to
will it be
interrupt you there. We're just going to go across to where Nana
outside the
Patole is
family?
speaking.
आखिरी सांस तक वो सामाजिक और राजकीय जीवन में रहेंगे और हमेशा एक विचारधारा के साथ लड़ते रहेंगे, ऐसा ही हमें लगता था। लेकिन आज उन्हें किस वजह से इस्तीफा दिया ये बताना मुश्किल है, लेकिन इसमें एमवीए को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा। जो भी राष्ट्रवादी के जो उनके पार्टी के अंतर्गत जो भी डिसाइड होगा उसके अंतर्गत जो भी अध्यक्ष बनेंगे वो एमवीए के साथ रहेंगे, ये हमारी उम्मीद है।
सर, ये लगातार संतोष की एक माहौल बन गया था पार्टी के अंदर। अजीत पवार दादा को लेकर बार बार जो सवाल उनसे पूछे जा रहे थे, आपको लग रहा है कि उस बात को शांत करने के लिए, उस असंतोष को खत्म करने के लिए इस तरीके का ट्रम्प कार्ड खेला है शरद पवार जी ने?
नहीं, उनके पार्टी अंतर्गत मामला है, उस बारे में हम अभी कोई वक्तव्य करें तो अच्छी बात नहीं है।
राजीनामा दिलेला आहे, त्यांचं म्हणणं आहे की एक समिती नेमली जाईल आणि त्यानंतर आता पुढचा अध्यक्ष ठरवला जाईल। काँग्रेस या सगळ्याकडे कसं बघते, काँग्रेसची भूमिका काय?
All right, so there we heard Congress's Nana Patole, and in shock, all parties, must be also discussing now what next, what is Sharad Pawar's game plan. We can see these live visuals coming from this book event where Sharad Pawar was, where he's dropped this massive bombshell to say that he is stepping down as president of the NCP, though he said he will not be retiring from politics. But now, the whole mood of that event has changed. He's surrounded by all his party leaders and MLAs, and many of them crying and very emotional with this announcement, appealing to Sharad Pawar to take back this decision. And this throws into question who succeeds him in the party. Is this was this a game plan to prevent Ajit Pawar from splitting the party? Also, what does this now mean for the MVA? What does this mean for the opposition? Let's go back to Sohit, who's there. And Sohit, these scenes, emotional scenes, Sharad Pawar, his wife, Ajit Pawar, all sitting there, MLAs surrounding them, everybody's very shocked, beseeching him to take back this decision. Tell us what's happening.
Well, Gargi, when we were speaking, as I said, Chhagan Bhujbal, he was out, he rushed inside the auditorium, and now he is the one who is speaking to Sharad Pawar and saying that, okay, you need to see what is happening over there. Let's take a vote right now. A lot of people raising their hand and saying, no, we want you to continue over there. And Sharad Pawar is asking everyone to, okay, keep calm. In fact, Pratibha Pawar, wife of Sharad Pawar, can be seen. She is also very emotional. There were slogans in favor of Sharad Pawar that is being raised, and now three people who are sitting on the chair: Sharad Pawar, Pratibha Pawar, and now Ajit Pawar is the one sitting right next to Pratibha Pawar. So they all are waiting for what does Sharad Pawar decide. In fact, there are two mics that has been kept right in front of Pratibha Pawar, the wife of Sharad Pawar, the one who has been with Sharad Pawar since the beginning, and she is the closest one to Sharad Pawar. In fact, in 2019, she was the first time she stepped into any political conversation was when Ajit Pawar formed a government with Devendra Fadnavis, and in fact, it was Pratibha Pawar who called Ajit Pawar back, and she still has that hold in the family, and she is respected by everyone. Two mics kept over there, but she doesn't seem to be speaking as of now. A lot of slogans being raised, people clapping over here, and at the same time waiting for what happens next, as everyone is still demanding that Sharad Pawar should continue and not step down from the post of the president. At the same time, Sharad Pawar hasn't said anything after he made that decision. The leaders are speaking to Sharad Pawar and announcing several things, but Sharad Pawar at the moment silent, not speaking on anything, and just listening to what is being said by all the leaders, by their workers, by their MLAs, as well as their MPs who are present on the stage, and one by one saying that no, you should continue with what is going on. You have been the one who has been leading us, and we want you to continue to lead us. So yes, a lot of emotional people over there, in fact emotional leaders, which is not something that we see every day. That too so many of them together, very emotional at the stage, and at the same time with a similar request that Sharad Pawar should continue, slogans being raised and people waiting for Sharad Pawar to say something. We can see people clapping because there are people in the crowd as well who have been saying that no, you should continue, and based on that, now the decision, what decision will Sharad Pawar take, that is what everyone is waiting for, because his decision might change the future course of politics in Maharashtra, which has been very volatile since 2019, but he has been that one person that everyone has been looking forward to, at least those in the opposition currently. And now if Sharad Pawar himself says that he does not, if he wants to step down, then what will happen next and how will be the NCP's performance in the future is important. Now workers have started one by one to speak, those who are present in the auditorium. A very emotional state as of now for all of them in the party, within the party, who are present especially inside the auditorium, who came here to listen about Sharad Pawar's new book launch. Did not expect this to happen, but now things have changed. We were talking about several things that he has written about the Mahavikas Aghadi, about Uddhav Thackeray, about Congress, about several other people including Ajit Pawar, but now all of a sudden the entire discussion has changed. After that one announcement which Sharad Pawar made during his speech, announcing that he has decided to step down from the post of the NCP president.
That's right, and those scenes behind, as you know, and no one can believe it, people breaking down in tears, surrounding Sharad Pawar, not letting him, get up from that stage. Everybody surrounded him. Leaders who had left came rushing back when they heard this bombshell announcement. We'll just go back to Soed Megha also with us in studio. And Megha, this has been, quite the shocking announcement. And not only will it affect Maharashtra politics, it will affect national politics as well. It will affect what the NCP is going to do in the future, MVA, and all these opposition moves that were happening ahead of 2024.
Well, Gargi, two answers to the question that you have asked. First of all, when you say that it would make a difference to the entire national politics, I would say that NCP very recently has lost its national party tag. So at this moment, if at all there is going to be any difference in the political setup, it would be in Maharashtra. That is in case, this decision of Sharad Pawar, he stays and sticks on with his decision, because right now what is happening, and it's slightly confusing, is that you have a statement coming in from Mr. Ajit Pawar, who now says, and I'm quoting him, he says that Mr. Sharad Pawar will abide by the decision of the NCP committee on his resignation. So while Mr. Sharad Pawar has already made an announcement, now the person who's seen as second in command is saying that there will be a committee that will decide on his resignation. Does it mean that Mr. Sharad Pawar will be asked to take back his resignation? And all of this, what is happening right now, perhaps, all right, Mr. Pawar is speaking. Let's cut to that.
तुमच्या सगळ्या कामाला कार्यक्रमाला तुमच्या बरोबर आहे. शिंदे साहेब देशातील पुरोगामी विचाराच्या सर्वच कार्यकर्त्यांच्या आयुष्यातला सर्वात अत्यंत क्लेशकारक दिवस. कोणालाही अशी अपेक्षा नव्हती की आपण अशा वेळेचा निर्णय त्या ठिकाणी जाहीर करा. साऱ्यांनाच प्रचंड धक्का त्या ठिकाणी बसलेला आहे. सर्वांचं जीवन, ते राजकीय असेल, व्यक्तिगत असेल, सामाजिक असेल, आपल्या विना व्यर्थ आहे. देशाची, राज्याची, महाराष्ट्राची गरज जर का आपण लक्षामध्ये घेतली आणि विशेष करून सर्व क्षेत्रातल्या प्रत्येकाची गरज आपण लक्षामध्ये घेतली तर आपलं व्यक्तिमत्व गेले 60 वर्ष, आपण मगाशी बोलता बोलता साहेब बोलून गेला की 1 मे 1960 साली आपण संघटनेची जबाबदारी घेतली. 1 मे 2023 हा दिवस आपण 63 वर्षाच्या कालखंडाच्या नंतर आपल्याला स्वतःला या साऱ्या प्रक्रियेपासून आमच्या सर्वांच्यासाठी अप्रिय असलेला निर्णय घोषित करण्यासाठी का नेमका निवडला ते आम्हाला त्या ठिकाणी कळू शकत नाही. इथे मोजकेच कार्यकर्ते आहेत, याच्या लाखोपट कार्यकर्ते महाराष्ट्राच्या
Again, I said that Sharad Pawar, while speaking few minutes back, said that I understood what you are saying and I am happy that you are saying that, but I'll continue with what I have been doing and I'll continue working with you all. Why are you worrying? But the people are not ready to accept it and people said, no, we want you to reverse the decision that you took.
आपण घेतलेल्या निर्णयाचा आपण या ठिकाणी पुनर्विचार निश्चितपणाने करावाच अशी आमच्या सर्वांची या ठिकाणी आपल्या शरणी नम्रतेची विनंती.
So that is what Sharad Pawar said earlier when he finally spoke after everybody, was beseeching him and asking him to take back this decision.
Well, that's right, and he said that don't worry, I'll continue with helping you all, or I'll be present in day-to-day activities. It's just that I have decided to not continue as the president of the party. However, at the same time, the people said that no, we are not accepting that, and that is not what we want. We want you to reverse your decision. And once again, the workers have started to speak. Now, Sunil Tatkare is speaking at the moment, and even he is saying that no, you need to decide right now, and the decision is simple, that you will continue as the president of the party. That is all that we want, and you will have to listen to what we are saying. So what we have been discussing for the last almost half an hour, 1 hour, Gargi, it still continues. The leaders, the workers, everyone are present over there. An emotional state that can be seen on the stage over here at the Vaibhav Chauhan Auditorium in Nariman Point, Mumbai, where all of them have been appealing to Sharad Pawar to continue as the president of the party. No decision taken by Sharad Pawar yet. The final decision that he took or announced was that he has decided to step down from the post of the NCP president. So that is what was decided last, and now what we can say is that Pawar is listening to everyone present over there, speaking to their workers and waiting for an announcement. That is what everyone is doing. They are waiting for the announcement to be made. However, nothing has been announced by Pawar at the moment.
All right, so this scenes that you're seeing after Sharad Pawar announced that he's stepping down as the president of the NCP, an announcement that sent shockwave through the gathering. NCP cadre left totally shocked. Indeed, even the MLAs left totally shocked with that announcement. And Sohit, just to remind our viewers, this comes at the back of days of speculation about Ajit Pawar and his alleged closeness to the BJP and the possibility that he was going to, leave and maybe even split the party and join hands with the BJP again.
That's right, and all the background of all of this. Now, another googly by Sharad Pawar. Whatever said and then, while there have been, while the NCP might have lost the tag of national party, Sharad Pawar is a very tall leader. In fact, it is Prime Minister Narendra Modi who has also said that I came into politics and I have been following Sharad Pawar. He even called Sharad Pawar his guru. So that is what Pawar has been, if we talk about not only Maharashtra but across the politics in the country, and that is why this decision is something that will send shock waves, and yes, it will create a lot of differences in Maharashtra politics as well as in the national politics, because what Pawar has been trying to do is to bring unity among the opposition parties across the state. In fact, when the elections happened recently in Meghalaya, his party won 6 seats out of nowhere over there as well, and even in the APMC elections that happened, the NCP performed very well. The Mahavikas Aghadi almost they were able to sweep the election. But all of this happened because of Sharad Pawar, Uddhav Thackeray, as well as because of the Congress leaders. But now that the tallest leader of them all, Sharad Pawar, has decided that he won't continue as the president of the party, things might change. And yes, Gargi, the timing is also something that is very interesting when there are a lot of allegations, a lot of rumors going on regarding the future of Ajit Pawar. This decision has been taken, and if Sharad Pawar has announced it, he might also have decided on who is the future of the party, who will be leading the party, what will be the future course of the party. When he announced that, that is something we don't know, but that is something that Pawar might have already decided. So very important decision that we will come to know, which might change the course of NCP as well as what is the future of Maharashtra politics. It might change because of the decision taken by the NCP leaders, because even now if you see, this is the third largest party in Maharashtra. It has 53 seats in comparison to the 56 seats of Shiv Sena, BJP being the single largest party, but this continues across the state, and NCP has a huge hold in the rural areas. But now that Sharad Pawar has decided that he won't continue as the party president, many things might change on ground, especially depending on who becomes the next president. Will it be the daughter, will it be the nephew, or will it be someone else from the party? That is something we need to watch, and the decision will be taken by Sharad Pawar himself. As of now, the workers are requesting him to continue as the party president and reverse the decision that he has announced few minutes back.
All right, Sohit, we'll just come back to you, but let's go across to Megha now, to talk more about this bombshell announced by Sharad Pawar. And Megha, as Sohit was telling us, it will lead to, the questions of who will lead the NCP now, Ajit Pawar or whether Supriya Sule, or was this decision to prevent a split of the NCP? So many questions right now, and this shock announcement by Sharad Pawar.
Well, absolutely, Gargi. Too many questions, at this moment. And the first question that beckons at this point in time is who will be the person who will step into the role of Mr. Sharad Pawar, given the fact that he was the one who had been heading the party right from the time of inception, 1999, until now, till today. And now he says, well, it's time for him to take a back seat. I am just quoting Mr. Pawar. When he made this announcement, he said, I have 3 years left of Rajya Sabha membership in the parliament, during which I will focus on issues related to Maharashtra and India, with a caveat of not taking any responsibility. After a long period of public life from May 1st, 1960 to May 1st, 2023, it is necessary to take a step back. Hence, I've decided to step down as the president of the National Congress Party. Now, just putting everything in perspective, Gargi, important for us to understand that this announcement has come at a time when there are too many reports about his nephew Ajit Pawar consolidating his position within the party, that Mr. Ajit Pawar having sway or influence over a sizable number of people in the party, MLAs and MLCs within the party, and too many reports, in the past few weeks suggesting that he wishes to break away from the NCP. Now, all of this announcement of Mr. Sharad Pawar, a man who where it's very, very difficult for those who have known his politics to sort of make head and tail of this announcement at a time like this, because you are looking at the general elections next year, and you're also looking at the Maharashtra state elections next year, late next year. Also, that Mr. Pawar himself, when it comes to the coalition talks, I mean, he's flown down to Delhi in several occasions to be part of these meetings, whether it is with Mr. Kejriwal, whether it's with Mamata Banerjee, etc., etc. So you see him as one of the most important key leaders when it comes to the talk of coalition, forming a coalition against the Bharatiya Janata Party. So what does it mean for all of that? Now, when he steps down, is he going to step back from all of those, all the things that he was doing in terms of becoming a part of this bigger coalition that is still being staged? I mean, we still don't have a shape and form of this bigger coalition, but Mr. Pawar was there in all the important meetings. So, there are, like you said, too many questions at this point in time. But what I'm really confused about is one of the agencies right now reporting. And, I must tell you, Gargi, it's very, very difficult to decipher Mr. Sharad Pawar and his style of politics. Mr. Sharad Pawar, like people who know him really closely, they say that whatever he says, he means something absolutely diametrically different. Is he going to really stick to this decision of his stepping down from the party's president's position? Because Ajit Pawar has just said, in one of the agencies is quoting, that Mr. Sharad Pawar will abide by the decision of a committee of NCP on the issue of his resignation. So the questions are already being asked. Does it mean that he is going to, take back his decision, that, there are other party members who will be able to influence him on this regard. And like you've been reporting, there are too many of them who are getting emotional there.
Or is Ajit Pawar just saying this, because right now everybody's so emotional and they're trying to convince him that should this committee decide that, no, you will stay on as president, that you must abide by this decision. Lots going on, lots of emotional scenes right there. Megha as the cadre and MLAs all taken by a shock and surprise.
Well, absolutely. Big decision, yes, and a big statement, definitely. As far as Maharashtra politics is concerned, this, and if he sticks, I'm saying, if he sticks to his decision of not heading the party anymore, then this is going to have very, very serious ramifications when it comes to Maharashtra politics. You are just yesterday, let me just take you back. You had this huge rally of the Mahavikas Aghadi. Already questions were asked as to why Mr. Sharad Pawar is not making an appearance on the stage along with Uddhav Thackeray, along with the Congress leaders. What's keeping him back? Because this rally was happening right there in Mumbai, city he lives in. But then the answers that you got from his party was that, usually the state leaders would go and Mr. Pawar won't go. You had this huge coming together of all the three parties yesterday, and then today morning within hours he announces this. And then he also says that he's not taken anybody in confidence, that everybody perhaps was taken by surprise. But let me tell you, whether, the question here right now is that the three parties that are together as a part of MVA, will the decision that is taken by Mr. Sharad Pawar today impact that unity of the three parties? Because he has always been seen as that one man who has kept this together, kept the MVA together, kept it stitched on.
All right, Megha, we'll just take a short break and come back with more. But there you can see those scenes in front of you as Sharad Pawar has dropped his bombshell that he is stepping down as president of the NCP.
Which party is leading in Karnataka? Who should be the next chief minister? What matters most to the citizens of the state? NDTV partners with Lokniti CSDS to bring you a unique survey. Public Opinion, Decoding Karnataka.
Gadgets 360 is here to help you with all your tech needs. Gadget 360, Gadget Love. Gadgets 360, Gadgets Love. You too can get some gadget love with buying guides, expert reviews, and all the latest news on Gadgets 360.
Debates are essential not just for journalism but for humanity. It ignites our mind, opens it up for counter-opinion. To hear all views, opinion of all hues. Which is why the oldest running debate show on Indian news television is not 23 years old, but young at 23.
इस इनिशिएटिव को मैं अभिनंदन करता हूं कि सच को सच के रूप में पेश करने का उन्होंने साहस दिखाया.
So let us begin the big fight.
In a deeply polarized world, where space for disagreement is shrinking, where take it or leave it defines discourse, we take a step back. A debate has many facets, perhaps no one right answer. Left, right and center, conversations that get to the core of the debate. Left, right and center with me, Vishnu Shom, 9 p.m. on NDTV 24/7.
ह्याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही म्हणताय आता त्यांच्यापासून सुरुवात नको, परंतु त्यांनी ह्याच्यामध्ये निर्णय घेतलेला आहे. मी आता काकींशी पण बोललो, ते म्हणले अजित ते अजिबात मागे घेणार नाही, आज तरी ते तशा पद्धतीने ठाम आहे. ही साहेबांची भूमिका आहे. तुम्ही पण भावनिक होऊन लगेच आता आम्हाला दुसरा पर्याय नाही, आमका नाही. अरे साहेब आहेतच ना, पर्याय नाही, दुसरा कोणाचा पर्याय तुम्हाला मला कळत नाही का? आणि त्याकरता साहेबांच्या मार्गदर्शनाखाली नवीन अध्यक्ष होणार आहात. आपण सगळे त्या अध्यक्षाला साथ देऊ, आपण त्या अध्यक्षाच्या पाठीशी उभं राहू. अध्यक्ष नवीन गोष्टी शिकत जाईल, वेगवेगळ्या राज्यांमध्ये जाणं, तिथं बैठका घेणं, आणि राष्ट्रवादीची काही मीटिंग वगैरे असेल तरी देखील त्याच्यामध्ये आपण जसं आपल्या घरामध्ये वय झाल्यानंतर नवीन लोकांना संधी देत असतो, शिकवत असतो, आपल्या अधिपत्याखाली त्याला मार्गदर्शन करत असतो, तशा पद्धतीनं सगळ्या गोष्टी होतील ना. त्यामध्ये तुम्ही कशा करता काळजी करताय. आणि शेवटी कुणी पण अध्यक्ष झालं, कुणी पण बाकीच्या वेगवेगळ्या राज्यामध्ये प्रांताध्यक्ष झालं, तर साहेबांच्या जीवावरच राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेस पक्ष चालणार आहे हे काही सांगायला कुठल्या किडमेड्या ज्योतिषाची गरज नाहीये. त्याबद्दल तुम्ही अजिबात मनामध्ये काही कुठल्या प्रकारची भावना. एक गोष्ट खरी आहे, पवार साहेबांनी हा निर्णय घेत असताना पवार साहेब नेहमी वेगवेगळा निर्णय घेताना प्रमुखांना एकत्र बसवायचे आणि त्याच्यामध्ये साधारण चर्चा करायचे, काय कुणाचं मत आहे काय नाही. आज आपण सगळे आलो पुस्तकाच्या प्रकाशनाच्या निमित्तानं आणि एकदम भाषणामध्ये साहेबांनी साधारण आढावा 1 मे 1960 पासून घेत संपवला आणि एकदम सांगितला. हा एक प्रकारचा शॉक आहे. लोकांना वाटलं भाकरी फिरवायची म्हणजे इतर कुठल्या तरी भाकरी फिरवायच्यात, अशा पद्धतीनं लोकांनी त्याच्यातनं अर्थ, लोकांनी म्हणजे कार्यकर्त्यांनी, आपण परिवारातलंच आहोत, परिवारातच आपण राहणार आहे आणि पवार साहेब परिवाराचे प्रमुख म्हणूनच काम करणार आहेत. याबद्दल आपण तिळमात्र शंका मनामध्ये बाळगू नका. माझी आपल्याला विनंती आहे, परत ते सांगू नका आमनी भावनिक आहे आणि साहेब आता असं झालंय आणि तुमच्या बरोबर बघून काय. सगळ्यांनी साहेबांच्या बघूनच काम केलेलं आहे, परंतु कधी काळानुरूप काही निर्णय घ्यावे लागतात आणि साहेबांच्या डोळ्यात एकत नवीन होणारा अध्यक्ष तयार झाला तर तुम्हाला का नको रे. मला काही कळत नाही तुमचं. उद्याच्याला नवीन अध्यक्ष झाल्यानंतर साहेब त्या अध्यक्षाला काही ज्या काही बारकावे असतात राजकारणात ते त्या ठिकाणी सांगतील ना. आणि उद्याच्याला साहेबांचं ज्यावेळेस साहेब आपल्याला बोलवतील तर आपण सगळे साहेबांनी हात दिल्यानंतर येणारच आहे. साहेब महाराष्ट्रामध्ये फिरणारच आहे, साहेब देशामध्ये फिरणारच आहे. या वेगवेगळ्या संस्थांच्या माध्यमातून पवार साहेबांचं मार्गदर्शन आपल्याला सगळ्यांना होणार आहे. उद्याच्याला त्यांचा दांडगा सगळा अनुभव लक्षामध्ये घेता खासदारकीची निवडणूक आली, आमदारकीची निवडणूक आली, नवीन होणारा अध्यक्ष, नवीन होणारी कार्यकारिणी, बाकीचे सगळे सहकारी साहेबांशी चर्चा करूनच पुढचे निर्णय घेणार. त्याच्यामुळे तुम्ही अजिबात आपण एकटं आता काही खरं नाही आणि आता राजीनामा दिल्याशिवाय काही गत्यंतर नाही हे असलं काही भावनिक होण्याचं काही कारण नाही. हा प्रसंग कधी ना कधी येणार होता. तो कालच 1 मेला जाहीर करणार होते, पण 1 मेला काय ते वज्रमुठ्यांची सभा होती, सगळं बाकीचं मीडियात तेच चाललं असतं. त्याच्यामुळे 2 तारीख ठरली आणि त्या पद्धतीनं साहेबांनी त्यांचा निर्णय जाहीर केलेला. माझी आपल्याला विनंती आहे, साहेबांच्या मनामध्ये आहे त्याच गोष्टी आपण सगळेजण करू. साहेबांच्या तर तिथं मार्गदर्शन करण्याच्या करता सगळ्या गोष्टी अतिशय व्यवस्थितपणे होतील हे मी पण
आपण काँग्रेसचे दिले, काँग्रेसचे तुम्ही उदाहरण दिले. आज काँग्रेसची काय परिस्थिती आहे तुम्ही बघा. काँग्रेसचे नेहरू परिवारचे अध्यक्ष नाही आहे. काँग्रेसचे देशामध्ये हे निर्णयमुळे, चुकीचे निर्णयमुळे काँग्रेसचे काय परिस्थिती आहे. उत्तर प्रदेश के शर्मा राष्ट्रीय महासचिव आहे, बसलेला आहे, ते यूपीचे आहे. त्यांना विचारा, काँग्रेसला लोकसभामध्ये 5000 मत मिळत नाही, विधानसभेमध्ये 1000 मत मिळत नाही. हे चुकीचे निर्णयमुळे काँग्रेसची परिस्थिती झालेली आहे.
Look at the state of the Congress. Because of wrong decisions, they are not getting seats in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. But we ask Pawar Sahib to remain the national president of NCP. This is a gentleman who's speaking now.
साहेब, सगळ्या कार्यकर्त्याचं आपण ऐकावं ही विनंती आहे. साहेब, आपण अध्यक्ष राहावं ही सगळ्या कार्यकर्त्याची भावना.
All right, so there you can see these scenes happening live. This is at the event that was to be a Sharad Pawar book launch, his autobiography. A new version of it was being launched, where he made this bombshell of an announcement that he is stepping down as the president of the NCP. He did say he will remain in politics, but now everyone has just surrounded him. They're on the stage. They're refusing to, leave. No one, in fact, those who left rushed back and are now beseeching Sharad Pawar to take back this decision, which has ramifications in Maharashtra politics, for the NCP, for the MVA as well. Well, to talk more about this, we're now joined by Rohit Chandavarkar, senior journalist, Maharashtra. Also Majid Memon, former member of the Rajya Sabha and a senior lawyer and a member of the NCP. Majid Memon, first you, and of course Megha there with me in studio. But Majid Memon, first to you, your reaction to this announcement.
This sudden announcement of a political giant, Shri Sharad Pawar, of stepping down from the position of NCP chief has caused political tremors in the state of Maharashtra and also in the whole country, because he is not confined to Maharashtra alone. He is a very senior veteran politician, a statesman, and a man with a lot of experience about Indian politics. And therefore, the step taken by him has indeed created a kind of a wave throughout the nation. I think this is not very sudden, because what we see is that by his side is his wife, his son-in-law, and his family people. That would mean that it is not come on the spur, but he made up his mind today before coming into YB Chavan auditorium for release of the book that he is going to make this major decision. In any event, the party colleagues are not very happy to receive this kind of a sudden exit of their boss, and therefore they are prevailing upon him, persisting, saying that no, please withdraw your statement. But I'm afraid whether Shri Sharad Pawar is the person who would change his mind and withdraw on persuasion. But let me tell you that this media, various channels have asked our reactions, etc. I have had a long association of almost 2 decades with him, and very closely I worked with him, so I know him not just as a politician, but even as a person, as a human being. And I have all appreciation for his intelligence, for his wisdom, for his maturity. And this is, if he steps down from NCP, it's his personal decision. But I don't think he has made a statement that he is withdrawing from politics. And
no,
if
in fact, he said
so,
he's not withdrawing from politics. That he made very firm. But he said he will not contest again. He has 3 years left of his term.
He is needed in the Indian politics at this crucial hour when Indian democracy appears to be in peril. And therefore, for 2024, we need his experience, we need his guidance. And I think he would be available to the opposition for 2024 main battle with BJP. But then let me tell you that if he is available, so long as he is available, we must make use of his every day, his knowledge, his experience. And NCP will have to find out somebody to replace him. And even he would not be completely distancing himself from party, as I understand. And whosoever takes his seat will receive his blessings, his guidance, etc. will continue to. And party is going to function as it is. Because after all, don't forget that 2 days before he has made a statement nationwide that he wants the party structure to be changed, revamped, in the sense that seniors must step out and younger people should be given important positions. I think
right. Now we do know what Ajit Pawar just said a short while ago when he was speaking, Megha, is that he said the next president of the NCP will work under Sharad Pawar's guidance. And also very interestingly that this announcement was to be earlier made on the 1st of May, which is Maharashtra Day. But because of that big MVA rally that they had yesterday, that it was put off, and therefore this announcement was finally made today. So a lot of speculation. Rohit Chandavarkar, one speculation which Megha and I were discussing was, is this an announcement to prevent a split in the party and Ajit Pawar going with the BJP?
Gargi, there are 2 or 3 things happening simultaneously. One, first, of course, Megha and you all know very well what is happening at the YB Chavan Center, which is seen on screen.
Yes.
Where you can virtually now see, Gargi, huge difference of opinion. Because the latest breaking is that Ajit Pawar is saying if Mr. Sharad Pawar wants to leave the party presidentship, why shouldn't we allow him to do that, and some new fresh, younger person can maybe take over under Mr. Pawar's leadership. I know for sure, and I'm sure Megha also knows and others know, that there is a small group of influential leaders within the NCP who are supporting Ajit Pawar in this view I don't want to name all of them right now, but everybody knows who they are. They are kind of leaning towards Ajit Pawar's view that perhaps we should get into some kind of an agreement with the BJP in the long-term future. On the other side, there are some conservative NCP leaders, older people who are now seen opposing Ajit Pawar openly in front of the whole world media, so to speak. So this split is now wide open, which we have been talking about. I have been talking about on various channels for the last few months. That is the second part, which comes as something that is happening behind the screens. As we journalists all know, there is something that is seen on the screens and something that is happening behind the screens. There is a clear trend among some leaders of the NCP that they should perhaps get into some kind of an agreement with the BJP for upcoming elections in Maharashtra as well as Lok Sabha in 2024. And it looks like there was some kind of a major split about to happen, which got prevented because of various factors which we all know. Now, my personal assessment is this is senior Pawar, that is Mr. Sharad Pawar's attempt to kind of counter that split and kind of ensure that in front of the whole world, exhibit that majority of the party office bearers and leaders are with him. While, all these appeals are made and everything, he's very patiently listening to all of them and kind of getting reaffirmed that, his leadership is still wanted and still there, very much physically there. While the other group, which is silent, and Mr. Ajit Pawar has just spoken, is kind of indicating that, okay, a new central or national president of NCP may be appointed. And the third last point in this is that, remember, the way NCP functions or any regional party functions, the national president of that party holds all the power. So once Mr. Sharad Pawar gives up that position, it is obvious that he will not be able to command the party the way he is able to command right now. There is no structure similar to the AICC in Congress. There is no such parallel structure in NCP. There's just 2 or 3 members headed by National President Sharad Pawar so far in the last 20 years or 23 years that the party has existed.
So, Mr. Chandavarkar, I was coming to this point. So, Mr. Chandavarkar, I was just coming to this point. And, back in our day, we've spent quite a few evenings trying to decipher the politics of Mr. Sharad Pawar. It's so difficult. I mean, if there is one leader who's really, really unpredictable in Indian politics, it is Mr. Sharad Pawar. So, for him to take a decision at a time, and when you rightly pointing out that if he steps down from the president, from the post of the president, he will not have that kind of influence, that kind of sway over the party and the party members. And this decision of him coming in the back of so many rumors and reports suggesting that Ajit Pawar is trying to consolidate his own position within the party, then in that case, how would you then say that, this is an attempt to try and stop the split, if at all it was happening? Because there are people who are now saying that by stepping down, perhaps Mr. Sharad Pawar indirectly has made it easier for Ajit Pawar to take control, take decisions, and maybe align with the political party of his choice.
Megha, a very good point. This is how Mr. Pawar, as we have known for the last 30, 35 years that we have watched him, has functioned. When he wants, when he wants the striker of the carom board to be hit on the left side, he will strike it on the right side, right? That is what he does. All his life, that's what he has done. So, in my view, this was his attempt, which might succeed or might not succeed, to kind of exhibit in front of everybody that 80% or 90% of the leaders are with him because they are crying. They are appealing, making emotional appeals, saying, sir, you cannot leave, sir, don't leave and reconsider your decision and all of that. And at the end of that, I thought perhaps he might say, okay, now majority of you are saying this, so I will stay on, and that would consolidate his position. That is what my assessment was. But as you rightly said, Mr. Sharad Pawar is Sharad Pawar. You can never predict which way he wants to hit the striker on the carom board. And, it might just go in either of the directions. But for the time being, at least, it's become slightly difficult for Ajit Pawar to assert himself in terms of his views about aligning with the BJP. That part, at least, has been taken care of. And it looks like, the family will stay together and the party will stay together, at least for the foreseeable future, because of today's, this emotional kind of drama, if you want to call it that, and the results that you will see in media and other places. All the reactions, interviews, everything that will go on for the next few days. So I think this was a ploy to kind of ensure this kind of bonding within the party. For the time being, I think Senior Pawar has ensured that result at least. Mega.
Mr. Menon, just quickly asking you this question, you think there's a possibility that Mr. Pawar will take back his resignation?
Well, I have my own doubts because, see, Sharad Pawar is not a person who would withdraw once he announces a particular statement. But then as I was hearing the journalist who was telling you that about Ajit Pawar, now let me tell you that recently the party instantly has lost its national stature. It has become a regional political party. And as far as Ajit Pawar is concerned, he may be a popular leader in the state of Maharashtra, but he is not a national face at all. And unfortunately for NCP, except Praful Patel, who is the next man to Sharad Pawar, would also, I don't know, be a fit person to fill up this vacuum. Supriya is a bit, I think, still not prepared or ready to be stepping into her father's shoes. So one has to wait and see as to whether Ajit Pawar takes over the position of being only a regional leader or whether they would think of somebody else. But I think, as you asked me, it is in my mind, Sharad Pawar is a person who would never, withdraw his decision, which he seems to have made in a very calculated way. And even this has come at a very shocking juncture, because the election results of the Supreme Court decision is coming up, which may create a kind of a sea change in the Maharashtra politics. And also 2024 is not very far. But I hope that since he's continuing to be in politics, I think he may now, after having relieved himself of the responsibility of one political party from opposition, he may become a more resourceful and more strong force for the unification of opposition parties, and may play a very important role in the formation of a front against BJP for 2024.
But that only if he, remains to have control over his party. Should Ajit Pawar, with different sentiments, become the president? Rohit Chandavarkar, Supriya Sule a few days ago had said 2 big bombshells are going to be, are going to come in the next 15 days. And do we view this as one of those bombshells, do you think?
No, Gagi, I don't think she meant this. I don't think, this was part of it. I think they're basically looking at the Supreme Court decision, and that's what she was referring at.
That's what we thought at the time, yes.
But coming to the family, it looks like the family has stayed together, and they are always together. There are many political families in Maharashtra which have very conveniently placed one of the cousins or one of the uncles with BJP in the BJP camp, and the rest of the family with Congress, etc. Mohite Patil family, many other families you will see. The Pawar family is the only family which has stuck. They have their own party, and they run that regional party. But they have all stuck together, and they are very closely knit, and they have a very good bond amongst themselves. The only exception to this was the 2019 early morning swearing-in ceremony, where suddenly we saw Ajit Pawar taking oath with Devendra Fadnavis, and in a attempt to form a government with the BJP, which Sharad Pawar has mentioned in detail in the book that was released today. So again, there were some sentiments focusing around that, and there were some rumors coming up about it last few days and all of that. What is happening within the party, especially after the big NDTV interview that Mr. Sharad Pawar gave, in which he said a few things about the Adani issue, which showed some indications that he might be going soft, or he might be having some group within the party saying that maybe we should not take up this issue majorly, or we should align with the BJP. So these small indications were coming up, and these things were happening in the NCP, and we were continuously saying over the weeks that there is some kind of a split that is likely to happen. Ajit Pawar is likely to take some MLAs with him and perhaps go and join the BJP. not directly the BJP, but take his group along with BJP as part of NDA or whatever. Now today, this huge twist has come, and I think that basically, like I said earlier, has been put on hold. Whatever the result comes out in the long term is a different question, but this group, one group versus another group kind of politics within the NCP will be kind of hushed down now because of, this big, huge drama that is unfolding in front of the entire national media. So I think for the time being, Supriya Sule will also stay quiet and they'll not say anything about the internal party issues for a few days, and they will wait and watch the Supreme Court decision and what unfolds after that. If the Shinde-Fadnavis government continues after the Supreme Court decision, nothing major will happen till the next round of elections, which is going to be post-monsoon, the upcoming municipal and local self-government elections that are coming up in Maharashtra. So it's going to be quiet now. I think whatever Supriya said had no reference to today's theatrics that you see. Gagi.
Right. And Mr. Menon, undoubtedly the biggest question... The biggest questions are... Yeah, all right, you make your point, but the question that I was asking you, sir, is this, that the biggest dilemma that's facing the party, your party today, undoubtedly is who is going to step into that role of Mr. Sharad Pawar. And knowing the politics of NCP and that of Mr. Sharad Pawar, who do you think is the best candidate for this position? You think the party is going to go for somebody who's a neutral face, neither Supriya Sule nor Ajit Pawar, maybe somebody who's acceptable throughout, maybe someone like Jayant Patil?
Now, before I answer this question of yours, because I wanted very anxiously to point out one circumstance which need not be ignored. For the last 1 week, we have been hearing in the state of Maharashtra that Ajit Pawar is too keen to become chief minister. I mean, is likely to be future chief minister. Now, there is something behind this. People are also, political analysts and journalists have also been interpreting this development to be as though the 1919 incident of early morning swearing in of Ajit Pawar may even repeat, because they may be thinking of replacing. BJP does not seem to be very happy in the government, Maharashtra government headed by Shinde. So probably if they want to get rid of Shinde, the only option today available with them as the situation exists is that they could break NCP and make promise Ajit that you take over chief CM-ship, and Ajit is probably very keen to become chief minister. Now, I'm afraid, I'm not very sure, but my own slight doubt about my own calculation is that probably this kind of breaking in NCP may have upset Sharad Pawar. And maybe that Sharad Pawar may have been telling his nephew that don't follow that way, or probably Sharad Pawar is unable to persuade Ajit Pawar from towing that line of aspiration to become chief minister by having a bargain with BJP, direct or indirectly. Probably Sharad Pawar may not have been wanting to do that, and Ajit may not be following him. This is my guesswork. It may not be true, it may be false. But in any case, this crucial juncture, when on 15th of May, Supreme Court is going to come out with probably, in all expectation, people believe that, well, Supreme Court may disqualify the group, and then there would be a chaotic situation. There could be precedent rule, or BJP will have to look for that loss of number of MLAs by wooing Ajit Pawar, which probably is what is cooking now. But these are all speculations. I have no solid information, correct information. This is my personal guesswork, and I don't blame Ajit Pawar for either defying his uncle or Sharad Pawar failing to persuade him to follow his line, because these are all speculations. And internally, but since I am away from them for the last few months, I am not able to say with certainty.
All right, let's just go back to our reporter, our colleague Sohit, who is there at the venue where, these scenes are playing out. Sohit, tell us what's happening right now. Ajit Pawar earlier spoke about, that Sharad Pawar will remain as somebody who will guide the party. And, so he seemed almost as if accepting what the decision was. But then again, there was emotions. There was talk about how the Congress has weakened under Rahul Gandhi, etc., etc. Tell us what's happening right now.
Well, yes, first of all, Ajit Pawar first said that Sharad Pawar should once again think on his decision, but whatever he has decided, he would have decided because of his age as well as his health. Then he gave the example of Congress, that while there has been a different president in Congress, the final decision still in Congress is being taken by Sonia Gandhi, and the Gandhi family is the one who takes all the decision. And that is what something will happen in the NCP. This is what Ajit Pawar said, and he said that whoever will be made the president of the party, he or she will be made the president based on the discussion with Sharad Pawar, and they'll have to follow the ideology of Sharad Pawar. Now this was being said. However, when Ajit Pawar said this, someone from the background said that we know that once the Nehru family, the Nehru-Gandhi family was not the president of Congress, what was the condition of the party? And that's why Sharad Pawar should continue. And after that, once again, what we can say is that all the leaders, MPs and MLAs are once again speaking and saying that no, you should continue. In fact, Sharad Pawar spoke and he said that I am here, I'll be working with you, I am not quitting politics, I'll be in politics, I'll just not remain the president. But people said no, you need to continue to be the president of the party. And this event, which was supposed to be over maximum by 1 p.m, it's 2:30 already, and in the last 1 hour 45 minutes, and emotional NCP leaders, all of them are very emotional. What we can say is that they are present over there and trying to convince Sharad Pawar to continue as the president, and all of this happening on camera, on live television, that too just weeks after there were questions that were being raised on the future of the NCP, whether Ajit Pawar will be joining the BJP. A lot of questions were being raised, and after that on live TV, first of all Sharad Pawar announces that he will no longer be the president, and now for another 1 to 1.5 hours this is what is being shown on everywhere, including ourselves, and this is what is happening on national media. So it might be possible, Gargi, that today Sharad Pawar might accept what the leaders are saying and say that okay, I'll continue, but the discussions which were never happening on record, like what is the future of NCP after Sharad Pawar, who will it be, Supriya Sule or Ajit Pawar, now all of this is in open, and maybe this is also something that Sharad Pawar has already calculated ahead of making that decision, because a lot of speculations were being made. And if you also look at the timing, before 15th of May, since one of the judges is retiring, we might have the decision from the Supreme Court over the disqualification of 16 MLAs, including Maharashtra's Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. So even if you look at that timing, a very interesting announcement made by Sharad Pawar, after which, while there are leaders who are trying to convince him to reverse back the decision taken by him, there is Ajit Pawar as well, who says that he understands where Sharad Pawar is coming from. Whoever becomes the next president will be following what Sharad Pawar says, and he gave the example of the Congress, where Sonia Gandhi is not the president, but still the final say in every matter is happening by him. So yes, a lot of people, a lot of leaders, all of them one by one are speaking and trying to convince Sharad Pawar to continue with it. And as I said, all of this is happening on live camera, live TV across Maharashtra and the country.
All right, so they're reporting from that venue, even as NCP leaders are beseeching Sharad Pawar to take back his decision. What does this mean? What next? We'll continue to track all these developments here on NDTV, as Sharad Pawar has dropped this massive bombshell saying that he's stepping down as the president of his party. We'll slip into a short break and return with more.
Which party is leading in Karnataka? Who should be the next chief minister? What matters most to the citizens of the state? NDTV partners with Lokniti CSDS to bring you a unique survey. Public Opinion, Decoding Karnataka.
20 years since we started, this music has been with you, playing in your homes, at work, and in your car. Now, we want you to share your version of it. Calling all music buffs from across India to let your inner artists out by creating an incredible remix of the NDTV signature track for the world to hear. Log on to ndtv.com/bestofndtv to access the original track. Get inspired and submit your rendition. One winner gets an all-expense-paid holiday for two to the luxurious Alila Fort, Bishangarh, Rajasthan. NDTV 24/7. 20th year celebrations.
This is NDTV. No noise, no shouting, and most importantly, no lies. Our lead story tonight. Big international story. India is closely watching it. News that informs and inspires.
The news with Sonia Singh. Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. Only on NDTV 24/7.
The only side we're on is yours.
20 years since we started, this music has been with you. Now, we want you to share your version of it. Let your inner artists out by creating an incredible remix of the NDTV signature track. Log on to ndtv.com/best of NDTV. Get inspired and submit your rendition. One winner gets an all-expense-paid holiday for two. NDTV 24/7. 20th year celebration.
Which party is leading in Karnataka? Who should be the next chief minister? What matters most to the citizens of the state? NDTV partners with Lokniti CSDS to bring you a unique survey. Public Opinion, Decoding Karnataka.
Gadget 360 is here to help you with all your tech needs. Gadget 360, Gadget Love. Gadget 360, Gadgets Love. You too can get some gadget love with buying guides, expert reviews, and all the latest news on Gadget 360.
Welcome back. The big breaking news right now. There you can see scenes from the book event where Sharad Pawar was launching his autobiography, a new version of it, but he dropped the bombshell that he is stepping down as president of the Nationalist Congress Party, the party that he established. But he did say he's not retiring from politics just yet. And however, there's now it's been said that there'll be a committee that will decide who succeeds him. But even so, all members who were there of the NCP are beseeching him that he should stay on and take back this decision. Let's just listen into what Ajit Pawar said.
आपण सहनशीलता सगळ्यांची मगाशी संपलेली माझी आपल्याला सगळ्यांना विनंती आहे आता पवार साहेबांना घरी जाऊ द्या आम्ही थोडा वेळ तुम्हाला सगळ्यांच्या इथं थोडा वेळ थांबतो नंतर आम्ही पण घरी जाऊन साहेबांना कन्व्हिन्स करतो
It's almost 2:30. At least let Sharad Pawar go and we can continue with our discussion on this. Nothing has been decided at the moment, but looking at the health of Sharad Pawar, let at least him go home and rest. All the workers are speaking what they want to.
साहेबांना सांगू आता साहेब एवढं सगळं झालेलं आहे तर आपण थोडंसं एक मिनिट त्या संदर्भामध्ये साहेबांना आता जाऊ दे.
So Ajit Pawar is once again saying that at least let Sharad Pawar go home and we can continue with the decision. But the people don't seem to be liking it and they are saying that no, we will continue with the decision. However, at the moment it seems like Sharad Pawar might step out and he might go and others might continue to stay and continue with the decision. And yes, it seems like Sharad Pawar is getting out. If he comes out, it will be very important because at the moment what we can say is that no decision has been made by Sharad Pawar yet. He announced that he is going to step out as the president of the NCP party, and after that we might also have to move somewhere because Sharad Pawar might step out of the auditorium and go where we are going right near his car. And while that at that time what we can say is that it will be important to see the decision that he makes. At the moment Sharad Pawar announced that he won't continue as the president of the party. After that all the workers have been saying that no, you need to continue, but it seems like Sharad Pawar might step out. He is still sitting inside, but he might be out anytime now. So we'll also try to get some more reactions from all the workers who are present, along with the leaders once they step out. But people in huge numbers present over here, shocked over what has happened at the moment. Very emotional. We saw them being emotional as well, and one by one it is expected that they might step out. Yes, Sharad Pawar is stepping out. He just got off the chair. So one by one the leaders might come out. No decision made. Yes, the workers wanted Sharad Pawar to continue, but at the moment what we can say is that Sharad Pawar announced that he is going to step down from the post of the president of the NCP, a decision made which shocked a lot of people, after which their workers, the MLAs, the MPs, all of them tried to asked him not to step down, but no decision taken yet, and it seems like Sharad Pawar is firm with the decision he made, and one by one now the police security has increased over here, which means that Sharad Pawar is stepping out after he announced that he will not continue as the president of the party. His car, we can see his car over here, as well as the police security present over there for Sharad Pawar, and workers are also coming out one by one, and this is at the book launch which happened, and this is the vehicle of Sharad Pawar, which you can see right now. Sharad Pawar, after announcing that he won't continue as the president, is now leaving for his residence. The workers present in huge numbers. You could see the workers present over here along with the media, and Sharad Pawar has left from the venue, the same venue where his autobiography book was launched, where he said that he will not continue as the president. And now we can also see workers sitting over here, and they are also protesting, and they want Sharad Pawar to continue as the president of NCP. I'll get Clyde over here. Clyde Castro has joined us, the spokesperson of NCP. Today was supposed to be a book launch, and all of that has changed. All of you were present inside for almost 2 hours trying to convince Sharad Pawar to be the president, but no decision taken by him yet. What is the next step that is going to happen? And first of all, this was something that no one, at least at the moment when the event was happening, expected.
See, none of us expected this. It came as a big surprise to all of us. You can see the outpour of emotion that is happening. All of us, including me and everybody in NCP who was present here, we have kind of requested, we are pleading to Honorable President Mr. Sharad Pawar to take back a decision. But you have to understand that he takes a decision which is well thought about. I would say, I'm really not happy. We are sad that he's taken this decision. But let me tell you one more thing. I think it's a very magnanimous decision for a man of this stature to say that I'm going to step down and give an opportunity to somebody else. I think it's a big magnanimous decision from a man of his stature. But all of us, his cadre, we've all grown up learning from him, listening to him. See, let me be very clear. He said very clearly he's not resigning from political life or from social work or helping people. All he's doing is stepping down from the post of the president of the NCP. But we are all here trying our best to convince him to, take back this decision and lead us like he has always led us.
So in the last 1.5 hours, what has been decided? Will he be listening to what the committee says, or what will happen next, or there is no idea on what is the future of NCP?
No, see, he himself read out the names of the committee that he's going to take the decision. The committee will sit together and take a decision, and then tell us people. But we are insisting, everybody's insisting, that he should take his decision and say, I'm taking back my words and I'm going to continue as president of the NCP.
So what happens next? Now, who is the president? Has there been anything that has been decided? Because now once again questions arise that if not Sharad Pawar, then who? There are several names that come. It is also possible that things once again will be there, that there are two camps, a lot of questions being asked, and all of this Clyde, ahead of the upcoming Lok Sabha elections, state assembly elections, BMC elections.
Let's not rush this up. We are all trying to convince him. Like Mr. Praful Patel said, they're going to sit together just now and take a decision today. And we are requesting, he said we'll try and convince him to take back decision. And let me tell you one thing, even if he has stepped down as president of NCP, he continues to be our leader. He said that he's going to be there, lead the party, guide the party, be our mentor. He's continuing to do that. It's just the designation that he's stepping down from. That's what he said.
My final question, will the committee be set up today itself?
The committee is already set up. Mr. Pawar Saab, he read the names of the committee in the meeting. So these are the people that are going to take the decision. That's what it is.
And will the decision happen today?
That's what Professor Patel sir just said, that I will take a decision. We will all come together. We'll take a decision today itself.
Okay, so as you heard Clyde Castro, the spokesperson of NCP speaking over here, whereas on the other hand, we can still see slogans that are being raised at the moment, and the workers present over there, they are expecting the committee to take a decision today itself. What is the decision that the committee says is very important to see. However, on the other hand, Sharad Pawar, who was present over here for a book launch of his own autobiography, has now left after he announced that he will be stepping down from the post of NCP president.
All right, so there we have it, Sharad Pawar finally leaving from there after he dropped his bombshell, Megha, that he is stepping down as the president. Ajit Pawar, though, seemed to be in the know. He said this was an announcement he was supposed to have made on the 1st of May on Maharashtra Day, but because of the MVA rally, it got postponed. So lots of speculation as to what happens next.
Well, absolutely, Gargi. Speculations rife as to what happens next. And I think a lot of people are taking a leaf out of what Mr. Ajit Pawar said. His statement where he said that, please do sort of respect his decision, consider his age. If he's taken a decision, please let him stick to it. And the new person, whoever comes in, will, of course, be working under the guidance of Mr. Sharad Pawar. So, already people are trying to read it in different manner. Some saying that Ajit paving way for himself. But then that remains to be seen. There's a committee that they have decided will be formed, and the committee will decide on who the next person will be. And let me tell you for a fact that if Mr. Pawar sticks on to his decision and does not come back as the president of the party, it will be Mr. Pawar's stamp on who the next person would be leading the party.